Okay, this is a video talking about whether a voltage source or a current source actually makes any difference when it comes to feeding an antenna. I have someone suggesting that the source is what determines whether the a voltage node or a current node is right at the feed points. Um, that has never been true. It's actually something else that determines that. And this is a video using modeling to demonstrate that a voltage source and a current source make absolutely no difference in at least most antennas that I've ever run. So as we can see here, we're looking at 4NEC2. We're looking at the source. Right here we have voltage source. We're going to go ahead and save this to make sure it's there, and we're going to run the model. We have this antenna has a center feed point with a half wavelength leg on each side of the feed point. So we have it's not a half wavelength dipole, it's a full wavelength dipole. We can see we have a full 2 lobes, and both of which are in phase. We are running current plus phase. Now we're going to go in, wrong button, and go into the source and change this, do nothing but change this to a current source. We're going to run this model, and we get exactly the same thing. There's no difference. It's not the source, whether you think of voltage or a current source, that makes the difference. It's actually the tip of the antenna, whether you have tips hanging out in the middle of the air, or if you have a loop and they're connected to something. That's what determines whether the farthest point away from the feed point is a voltage node or a current node, not whether you have a voltage source or a current source. In almost all situations, you don't even have the choice. If you're looking at a half wavelength dipole, not a full wavelength like this one, you're feeding it with whatever you have at the end of the feed line. And actually, the voltage and current on the feed line at that point are going to be in phase anyway. So it really doesn't matter. This is just a quick little video discussing that voltage source, current source really doesn't make a difference. And modeling shows this. Thank you.